For 22 years, the people of the Gulf Coast area of Florida, Alabama, and Tennessee were a part of what would become one of the best wrestling territories, Continental Wrestling. Hi, I'm Dr. Tom Pritchard, and I was so lucky and fortunate to be a part of that wonderful time.
So imagine what I could do to you. I can tear a telephone directory in two. Bending iron bars is something else that I can do. I always pick my teeth with the nearest billion few. So imagine what I could do to you. To see my many attributes won't need a second glance. You know if you resisted, you just wouldn't stand a chance. I can knock a hole right through a solid concrete wall. I can pull a tree out by its roots and that's not all. Now you know about me, you don't need a crystal ball to tell you just what I could do to you.
Now you can relive all those great moments in time as part of Classic Continental Wrestling streaming channel for the low price of only $2.99 a month or $32.89 for the entire year. You'll be able to see these great matches and experience much more with our interactive fan experience. That's right. You'll be able to connect and chat with other Continental Wrestling fans through our forum feature, and no other wrestling network offers the connectivity Classic Continental Wrestling provides. Through our forums or comments on our playlist, you'll be able to become a part of the conversation. All this for just $2.99 a month.
Going from that second ring rope, crashing down, no one at home. And the knee and the arm certainly. In comes Steve Armstrong. He nails Fuller. Back over to Brian Lee. Now Tracy Smothers in. All four men in the ring at the same time. And certainly wouldn't want to be in the boots of Larry Brack right now, trying to keep this one in control because these teams are going after it. Brian Lee taking up into a bear hug. Wait, no, about a bear hug. Flying drop kick from the top rope.
If you want to relive the experience of one of the greatest wrestling territories ever, it's part of this exciting offer. All you have to do is go to ClassicContinentalWrestling.com and sign up today. Only $2.99 a month with a free 3-day trial. You can cancel anytime or join for the entire year for under $33. The best part is it's available on any device, iOS, Android, Apple TV, and through the VHX app. It can be watched on Roku, Chromecast, and on any gaming system that supports the VHX app.
And it's the Bullet reversing the situation on Dutch Mantell. Mantell rolls groggily back into the ring. The Bullet moving into the ring now. Wait a minute. From behind, that's Jerry Stubbs in there. That's Jerry Stubbs. The Bullet is behind him. He's got the sleeper hold. Mantell using the bullwhip. Mantell using the bullwhip.
So go to ClassicContinentalWrestling.com now and start viewing today. Or like our page on Facebook, Classic Continental Wrestling Streaming Channel, and sign up there. It's only a click away.
Imagine what I could do to you. I can tear a telephone directory in two. Bending iron bars is something else that I can do. I always pick my teeth with the nearest billion few. So imagine what I could do to you. To see my many attributes won't need a second glance. You know if you resisted, you just wouldn't stand a chance. I can knock a hole right through a solid concrete wall. I can pull a tree out by its roots and that's not all. Now you know about me, you don't need a crystal ball.
Continental Wrestling held a special place in the hearts of many wrestling fans. Hi, I'm Alana McKinney, Recently, over 1,000 fans jammed into the Farm Center in Dothan, Alabama for FanFest. ClassicContinentalWrestling.com was there to cover this great night of future stars, nostalgia, and of course, fantastic wrestling action. Let's take you now to my colleagues Eric Lester and Brian Logan, ringside for the call of the action.
Hello everybody, welcome to Continental Championship Wrestling. I'm Brian Logan, here at ringside with my colleague Eric Lester, ready to see the stars of Southeastern coming to you live from the Farm Center in Dothan, Alabama. Welcome, Eric.
Well, thank you, Brian. It's a pleasure to be here. Man, what a packed house we've got here in Dothan tonight, ready for the great Continental Championship Wrestling.
That's right. Let's go down to ringside as we await our first competitor. You know, coming to the ring is this guy, this new kid, Effie. And I tell you what, he has shades of a guy I think we're familiar with in the Southeastern Continental area. He reminds me of a young Adrian Street.
A lot of flamboyance right there. This crowd a little taken aback, not sure what to make of Effie here, but a lot of flamboyance as he struts to the ring.
And of course, his competitor coming to the ring shortly is Cameron Jackson. Made a name for himself down in Georgia, throughout the Southeast, and this should be an outstanding matchup.
A couple guys here trying to really make a mark for themselves. Cameron Jackson got a good name for himself, great young competitor, really looking to really get this crowd set on fire here to start tonight's show.
Well, I believe that Effie may have the edge on height and speed, but I mean Cameron has that low center of gravity, and you know this is going to be one of those classic matchups, strength versus speed. I believe that's what we're going to be facing here tonight.
You can look at Cameron Jackson. This guy, he's kind of built like a brick house right there. You can see a lot of power and strength in that. So, like you said, it's strength versus speed. So we're going to see how this plays out.
Well, you know, we're going to also find out this unorthodox style of Effie. I mean, is that leggings he's wearing?
Are
right
those
there?
fishnets?
I mean, you know, we didn't have those back in my day, okay? But to each his own, and I do know that don't get caught up so much in the leggings of one Effie, because that might be, as you see Cameron right there not getting caught up, that might be his mental edge. You start thinking about those leggings, the next thing you know, he's got you.
Cameron taking it right to him, and he's probably doing his best not to think about it, but it's going to be kind of hard to not think about him. I can't stop thinking about the fact that he's got him on.
Well, it is very unorthodox. You know, Cameron Jackson, a classic power grappler. He knows some wrestling holds, but he relies on strength and a quick go behind. It was almost over right there. A quick 2 count.
Yeah, you got to watch that speed and agility by Effie there, taking the mental aspect of Jackson away from him. Almost got a quick 3 count.
I tell you, what a great opening bout here from the Farm Center. You know, many bouts took place at the Farm Center for Continental Wrestling. Of course, we return in 2017 as Cameron Jackson showing his strength there a little bit. But I tell you, Effie, right up in his face.
Yeah, he's not taking anything back from either. A big shoulder tackle right there.
I tell you, and I think that's what he's going to have to do. He's going to have to keep this bigger, larger opponent knocked down. Of course, now shooting him in. Oh, and caught him and driving him back over the top rope. Effie down in no man's land. Cameron Jackson followed him out to the floor.
Yeah, he's not going to give him no rest for the weary right there, and he goes to the floor. And a chop right in front of this packed capacity crowd here at the Farm Center.
I tell you, packed capacity crowd is exactly right, as we see Jackson being rammed right there into the post. Referee right on the spot. I mean, he's risking disqualification. However, I mean, there were over 1,000 plus into the Farm Center here. Referee now admonishing Effie, getting him back so he can lay in the count. Jackson back in the ring. But how much damage did it take? But he's out of the way.
Jackson got out of the way quick. He telegraphed that leg drop, and now Cameron Jackson allowed to get back on the offensive.
And Jackson using that power, big German suplex, belly to back version. He's rolling him over, going for a pin attempt, hooking the leg. Not quite getting it.
The textbook there, hook of the leg. Almost got to 3, but wasn't enough.
I tell you, following up with a suplex, using a series of moves. I like both these young kids. Almost another 3 count Cameron Jackson, but what he really needs to do is he needs to pick a body part, he needs to establish a hold, and he needs to wear this FE down. Yes, these big moves are fantastic, but you're going to have to dissect somebody of the caliber of FE.
Nice kick to the midsection there, and now a return there. The quick speed by Effie was able to get out of the way, and then he goes right back to the neck area there and turns the tide on Jackson.
I mean, what a modified reverse neck breaker onto the forehead, follows up with a kick. Inverted precarious pin attempt there. Very unorthodox, but that's what Effie brings to the ring. And Cameron Jackson, worse for wear.
This has been a back and forth matchup. Effie has seized momentum here just a little bit.
I tell you, and this kind of match is fantastic for Continental Wrestling. These two guys have everything to prove. They have nothing to lose and everything to win here. If one guy could just show a slight edge over the other, as you see the elbow being driven into the corner, Effie on the advantage right now.
Using that speed to his advantage. He's going to look for a suplex of his own here. You show a little power to go with his agility. He's got him up and down.
Another suplex. Precarious pin attempt again. What is with this unorthodox style? And at this point, after seeing that 2 times in succession, I'm wondering, is his style holding him back?
The psychological advantage may be his game and his card play at this point, but it's certainly working to his advantage at this moment.
Well, he has his opponent down. Jackson down in the corner. Effie arguing John with the referee. I tell you, Jackson is going to have to mount some offense here. He's going to have to come from behind. He's going to have to get up on his vertical base, and he's going to have to do something. Effie into the ropes. Oh, my gosh, he got him. Caught him with that knee.
Jackson very worse for the wear right now. Really needs to find something if he's going to make an attempt to get back into this matchup. Still in that corner, very dangerous spot for him.
He's going to the well again and connects for a second time. I tell you, Jackson he's in trouble. I mean, Effie is on the crowd. I think he needs to forget about the 1,000+ here in attendance, and he needs to get on his opponent. Oh, and he caught him. He caught him. Big clothesline coming out of the corner. Both men down.
Jackson reached down deep. He was able to come back. Effie telegraphed. Look at that cover. I'm not even sure if he knew he was doing that.
I think that's just pure reflexes at this moment. Just pure reflexes. He knew he had connected with the clothesline, but the follow-up just wasn't there because he's taking the toe. Effie back to the advantage on his man into the corner.
Effie staying in the corner right there, using the corner to his advantage.
Effie up on top, delivering those punches in the corner. Referee in there admonishing him. But Jackson underneath has him hooked. Possible sky-high powerbomb position. Drops him down. Both men down. The waters have been parted. I tell you, it's any man's game at this juncture.
Both men really worse for the wear right now. Another, I think, just instinctive cover attempt there by Cameron Jackson, and got 2 count.
The 2 count, referee in position, both men down. Jackson trying to capitalize on the big move. You can see right there on his face, this kid trying to find the wherewithal, trying to dig down deep, trying to find something to get to pull out this victory. Like I said, a victory for either man is going to catapult him up the rankings here in Continental Championship Wrestling.
Jackson to the ropes, shot to the midsection. He's trying to mount a comeback here and try to get some momentum started with an inverted neckbreaker attempt.
Inverted neckbreaker, I think we might have seen that before. Took it out of both men, very lackadaisy on the cover, and I got to tell you, I like this kid Jackson, but you're not going to beat anybody in Continental Wrestling with a pin like that. You got to hook a leg, you got to hook an arm. This is the big time, this is Continental.
Jackson finally gets to a vertical base here. If he's able to send him for the ride, and now a move and drops him down. It's out of his version of a sidewalk slam. He gets a precarious leg hook cover there.
Spinning sidewalk slam into maybe like a black hole abyss kind of drop there. I tell you, he might have dropped him into nowhere. Cameron James, he might be seeing stars. Matter of fact, I know he's seeing stars. This is the moment. If Effie's going to take this one, he needs to capitalize right now.
Big elbow drop, some power moves coming now by Effie. He's really just trying to take it out of Cameron Jackson here.
I tell you, both men just giving it their all in this opening contest. Effie mounting now, just laying in the fisticuffs. This is broken down. Both men have taken the toe from each other, and he's slapping him. He's slapping him. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, that's pure psychological at this point. He's really worn the opponent down, and now he's just trying to add worse to the wear.
He's trying to insult his opponent. He's also trying to win this match, though, and that's exactly what he needs to do. As Jackson comes back, fires in another boot to the midsection. Effie should have went for the pin. Spinning neck breaker. Let's see if they can follow up.
Only got a 2 count there. Jackson just still doesn't have enough to wherewithal to grab that leg. I think maybe if he gets that leg, he might have a better attempt to get that 3 count.
Well, I tell you, I know you're out there. You're in the heat of the moment. You're fighting tooth and nail. Big right hand. Another one in reciprocation. They're going at it hammer and tongue, but here you've got to hook a leg. You've got to get your man into a prone position. Both of these guys feeling the heat of the battle, feeling the worst, the wear, the tear on this. It's a pure sixer now. It is coming down. One man, can they pull it out? Which one will it be? I say whoever gets the next big move might just take this match.
Double underhook now by Jackson. He's attempting an underhook. Referees walked away from the moment, and a double underhook.
I think we've heard the bell. I think that's the time limit.
Jackson, just as he hits that double underhook.
I mean, he's got him, but what referee is saying, the time limit has expired here.
Oh, man.
I mean, he had Effie. He had him. Look, right there. 1, 2, 3, 20. He's got Effie beat. But the time limit ran out, and it's officially a draw.
Oh, man. Just tough luck for Cameron Jackson, but the time limit did expire. Wow.
I mean, that is how close the competition in Continental is, and I tell you, we're going to see these two battle again, and what a great, great match. I'm impressed with both Effie and Cameron Jackson in this opening contest. All right, Eric, we've got our first title match of the women's division. Alabama ladies title or women's championship on the line. Right here we've got Dementia in the blue taking on the lovely Fantasy.
Should be a great title matchup here. Dementia with a bit of a size advantage looking to protect her championship.
I tell you, I'm not familiar with the actual Alabama women's title. However, I am familiar with women, and I am familiar with Alabama, women in Alabama, and I'm telling you, some of the toughest, hard-nosed women I've ever met have come from the state of Alabama, and I believe we're going to see one heck of a championship match right here, right now.
Well, there isn't nothing like a Southern girl the way I understand it, so I know they know how to fight. So let's see how this works out.
Good, strong collar and elbow lockup, jockeying for position.
Wow.
And Dementia, she's too strong. She's got too much weight. Fantasy's giving up too much of a weight differential right here.
Yeah, big power advantage right there. That big collar elbow tie up, but just power advantage out of it.
And, you know, there's that old adage, there's certain things about ladies you don't talk about. But in this case, you have to talk about the framework of Dementia as you see the power with the full Nelson. And she's a lovely, voluptuous woman, but she is a powerhouse.
Fantasy right there, a little bit of speed move to get out of the way, trying to use that to maneuver around, but Dementia no worse for the wear at the moment.
Right there, that's exactly what she's going to have to do. She's going to have to stick and move and follow up with wrestling. Not only did she get out of the way, using the momentum and the weight differential of Dementia against her own self, but followed up with a wrestling hold. But Dementia coming back with a counter, working on that arm. I mean,
oh my, she's biting her right there.
She is, and that could be the difference, the aggression level, if both women wrestle. If both women get in there and go hold for hold, the one who is more aggressive is going to walk away with this championship.
Yeah, exactly. And right now, Dementia is just power and advantage and aggression over Fantasy.
Fantasy, a young competitor, the challenger in this match. But look, nice moves going into the headlock, following up. But she's going to have to figure out where the weak point is. Is it the arm? Is it the head? And really get this champion down, because that's the name of the game. You gotta get the pinfall, and it don't happen when you're on your feet.
Yeah, she's trying to, like she can, to get that headlock takeover. I think it's the maneuver she's probably trying to go for, but the size advantage of Dementia is just not letting her get there at this point.
I mean, but the ease of which Dementia is picking her up, but using the momentum against her, and that's what she has to do. She has to stick and move, again, rolling over the smaller competitor. 2 count right there. Of course, nobody's going to get pinned with a headlock. All you got to do is let go of it, Eric.
That's right. Reverse down to a head scissor now by Dementia still, and use the size advantage to reverse out of the headlock.
I tell you, the capacity crowd here really enjoying this ladies championship match. I'm enjoying this ladies championship match, and these gals can really go. And you know, there's been a lot in the press, almost near fall again. There's been a lot in the press about women equality, women's equality in wrestling, and I think we're seeing it right here in Continental Wrestling.
Standing vertical base with the headlock now, and Dementia going to the eyes now to take back advantage of the match.
Big headbutt, a la Big Daddy Sika. I tell you, he was a big draw here at Continental back in the 70s, and I think she being Dementia, coming in like a freight train, nobody home has learned, but maybe she didn't learn enough, as she's worse for wear now in the corner.
Takeover gets Fantasy a little bit of a power advantage, gets Dementia down on the ground, now kick to the back.
Fantasy going out. Where is she going here? Going up to that high rent district. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if this is the choices she wants to make, but if she can capitalize on something big, we might have a new Alabama champion here.
This is big time high risk right here. Kind of a nice snapmare off the top rope. That puts Dementia in a hard way right now.
Boy, that gives new definition to the word flying mare, doesn't it, Aaron?
It does.
Both women down. I don't know if that hurt Dementia as much as it actually did Fantasy. It looks like it took it out of both competitors down into the corner. Fantasy trying to follow up, delivering those forearms to the midsection. And I got to be honest with you, if that's the place I'm going to look, if I'm going to look for a place to wear down Dementia, I don't know if it's going to be her posterior or her midsection. Right there, going to the head, but maybe she knows something we don't know.
Big shots to the head right there, trying to get her disoriented, make Dementia disoriented right there. But that doesn't seem to be working very well for Fantasy.
Up in that prone position, drops down, big power bomb. Into the pin attempt. She's right there. Referee, where you at? She's got the pin. All she has to do is put her hand down there. Referee, waiting to count. If I was Dementia, now making the pin, I believe that Dementia has a little something there to argue about. I mean, where was the referee on that, Eric?
Yes, that was a pinning predicament right there. She had her covered. I don't know where the ref was.
Well, I tell you, I think maybe the championship committee should look into this if Dementia was to come up on the losing side of this, because in my opinion, there should have been an account made there.
Dementia doesn't seem to be putting too much thought into it. She's just making now fists and boots to the back of Fantasy, just brute force now at this point.
Well, that's what makes a champion, you know. Sometimes you have to deal with what you have in the ring right there, and that's exactly what Dementia's doing. She has her opponent Fantasy on the rope, choking the life out of her. I mean, there's no huddle, there's no timeout. So regardless of what the ref did or didn't do, she's got to get in there and she's got to retain her championship, which looks in good order right now as Fantasy is down. Dementia dragging her back to the middle of the ring.
Fantasy's in a bad way if she wants to get the Alabama Women's Championship at this point. And Dementia just, again, those brute force shots right now to the head. Now just slamming her to the mat. This is just brute force at this point.
Well, I think that's the name of the game. I think that's how Dementia gets through her defenses. She uses what she has, and we're seeing what she has right there. And I think she's going to use it, Eric. I think she's willing, and she's going to use it.
I think she's going to put those big assets to use.
Oh, nobody home, dropping down. Maybe went it for a modified leg drop. I don't know, but the bottom line is Fantasy out of the way, and that might just have saved her. Forward roll into a pin attempt, referee in position, 2 count. We almost had a new champion there.
Both ladies trying to get to a vertical base, both showing the effects of this matchup.
Jockeying for position. I believe that Fantasy went for a kick there. It was blocked or at least avoided and then caught into some kind of Iranaki move, famous in Japan. You know, Dementia has that style that I believe would fit well over in Japan. Japan very famous for women's wrestling. But I tell you, Continental very famous for women's wrestling, especially the innovator of the intergender matches in the 80s. And we're seeing 2 fine women compete right here on the main stage.
Big connect that time with the posterior and the assets, and now she's going to put a big submission maneuver on. That might spell end of doom there for Fantasy.
Has her in some kind of a clutch here, pulling back with all of her weight, leaning backwards, also making Fantasy carry her own weight, and then just driving her forward, kind of using Fantasy's forward movement to Dementia's advantage. She's pulling back. The opponent's trying to get away. She lets go, smack. Right down goes the challenger.
Dementia still just putting brute force in there. She's trying to just put Fantasy away. Not a lot of quitting Fantasy at this point, though.
No, Fantasy's still in this, but she's going to have to do something in a hurry. Again, down in the corner, we see the champion showing that asset of hers right there. Oh, nobody home. Right in the keister in the corner. And I think that would have put the lights out for Fantasy had she connected with that posterior move.
Good for her to know to get out of the way, but can she capitalize? She ducks under the clothesline.
Series of knees, and then she tried for some type of modified neck breaker, and I don't believe she got all that. Maybe slipped off with some sweat, but still going for a pin attempt. Not going to let that hold her down because Dementia might still have been stunned previously from the moves prior to that one.
Dementia took a 2 count right there, I think probably just to catch her breath, but now Fantasy going back up to the high red district.
Up there in that second rope, but she's got caught. Both girls get in the corner. Looks like Dementia is going to follow her up there. This is dangerous territory for both of them. Maybe going for some type of superplex maneuver. We're going to have to wait and see, delivering those headbutts. Jockeying for position. Who's going to come out of this? Oh, Fantasy big superplex. This might be all for Fantasy. This might be it. we might have a retention of the title here. And Fantasy's going to have to do something.
Those ladies down, looking like a train wreck at this point, but can Dementia roll over for the cover after the big superplex?
After seeing a move like that, you can't help but wonder if Fantasy ever dreamt she'd be in this position at this point.
Fantasy is first up to a foot. Now both ladies up to a semi-state of vertical.
Kick to the midsection. Shoots the opponent in. Bend over, but Fantasy caught her. Oh, some kind of inverted sunset flip maneuver into a power bomb. What do you call that, Eric?
I'm not 100% for sure, but Fantasy really got some maneuverability there to a pinning attempt and almost got a 3 count.
Well, in Continental, we just call it devastating because that was almost the end to this championship match.
Dementia now back on the offensive, going for a spinning power bomb.
She whirly-birded her right into some type of power bomb, and now she's dragging her into the corner. This Dementia likes to get her opponent in the corner like a big old bear, just mauling at her lunch possibly.
She's able to get momentum and a force, and this is, oh my goodness.
Well, she connected on that one. She's got to follow up on the pin attempt. Oh my goodness, what impact. Referee in position. And I think that's it. That's it. Dementia. Wow. Dementia still the Alabama women's champion, but I wouldn't take anything away from Fantasy. Fantasy, I think, will live to fight another day. What a great, exciting women's championship match. I mean, I'm impressed with these ladies here in Continental.
Yeah, fantastic job by Fantasy. Take nothing away from her, but Dementia with the assets in the right place and just really bulldoze some brute force to retaining her championship.
I tell you, I'm impressed with both of these ladies. I'm impressed with the Alabama Women's Championship, and most of all, I'm impressed with Continental Wrestling. I can't wait to see what the future has in store for both Dementia and Fantasy here in the Southeast.
Ladies and gentlemen, the master of the universe, Sam Creed. From Dozo Island, making the return to the Houston County Farm Center. They are Marvelous Michael Stevens and Zach Edwards.
Tag team action here in Continental. We got two of the best teams. You're going to have to help me keep it straight on who's in this. I know these are the besties against Little Sal and Logan Creed. Give us the rundown, Eric, before we start this contest.
Well, as far as the beautiful bald besties go, you've got the Zach Edwards and Marvelous Mike Stevens. Mike Stevens, well, you'll notice him by the cross tattoo on his arm right there. That is Mike Stevens, and of course Zach Edwards, his partner, the other one right there closest to you on the screen. They are a fantastic tag team. They've got some flamboyance to them too, and you can tell that just by looking at them there. And then the other two gentlemen, the big guy right there, and that you can't help but notice that big guy. That's Logan Creed, and little Sal over there is his tag team partner once we cut back in here to the ring. But you see Mike Stevens right there, getting right there on the faithful here at the Farm Center.
I think that the besties here are having some issues with some of the crowd members over there. I mean, this match hasn't started. We're well into the time, but and the besties, Pearl harbored them from behind, if we're even allowed to say that anymore. But all 4 men in the ring, and they're going at it right now.
The besties, big reversal, boom!
Meeting of the minds in the middle, and the besties, I tell you, they're going to have to come up with a better game plan than that. I think the fans threw them off in the beginning. I think they were worrying too much about what the crowd here at the Farm Center thought of the besties, and they kind of forgot a little bit about big Logan Creed, if you can forget about something that large. And this little Sal, I like this little Sal. He's a scrapper. Sal Mart, brother. Wait a minute, what's this?
Hey, wait.
I think one of those fans is coming to the ring to help out Logan Creed and Sal.
And faithful of Continental Championship Wrestling down here at the Farm Center in Dothan, Alabama. Man, they're firmly behind Sal and Logan here.
Well, I mean, obviously the Logan and Sal know this guy. I mean, do the besties, have they had problem with this guy before? I mean, this is very unusual.
It's incredibly unusual. I mean, you don't typically want to see fans finding their way into the professional wrestling rings and shows, you know.
And I don't suggest that anybody that's a fan ever get in the ring, but I tell you, the besties look like they look like they're real intimidating.
They really do, and they're not coming into the ring either. But Logan and Sal here, they made a friend, and their friend is heading back to his faithful
Boy, he's
spot.
having the time of his life, isn't he? You don't get no better than that. But it's Continental Championship Wrestling, and every match gets better. Let's hear what they got to say here. I mean, Eric, can you believe that this guy just told the crowd silent wrestling? He wants them to be completely silent during the tag match. Now, how long do you think that's going to last?
Probably about 15 or 18 seconds, and that's give or take 15 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, this crowd's already on him. I mean, I can't tell if this is a psychological advantage or if this crowd here at the Farm Center has really got these besties just thrown off their game plan altogether. I mean, look at Sal in there. Sal Mart doing the funky check out.
1,000 people there inside Dothan at the Farm Center. These besties, I'm not sure they knew what they signed up for coming to Continental tonight. Oh, my!
Oh, tripped over the rope like that. Did you see that? I mean, these guys are their own worst enemies.
At this point, completely, whatever playbook they had prepared is completely out the window at this point.
I mean, it's trash burnt, 86, just completely gone, isn't it?
It's completely out the window.
I mean, you've got 1,000 plus here at the Farm Center. You've got fans that are getting in the ring. You've got a guy here that's over 6'5", and you got this unpredictable Sal. I mean, I kind of understand where they're coming from, but they're going to have to settle down, and they're going to have to get this match underway. The referee's going to have to get some order in this thing.
It might have some semblance of a match getting ready to start. 2 competitors in the ring, 2 on the side, and a ref in the ring.
Well, I will say this, that is the makings of a tag match, and the reason I know that is because I've been in a couple, This guy just got stomped on the arch of his foot, and I'm telling you, you think, well, that didn't hurt. Let me stomp you on your arch of your foot. You tell me if that hurt.
Yeah, I'm sure it hurts.
But I tell you, if these besties can get their game plan going, these guys are tag team specialists. Now they're taking a little hike here. You know, the crowd here has got them out of their game plan. They've got to ignore this crowd. They've got to focus. They've got to get in there and get one of their opponents in their corner and do what they do best, and that's double team, make quick tags.
Taking their time, working at 10 count to their advantage before they come back.
Well, they were helping each other.
Yeah.
I think we might have a match here. Now, which one of the besties is this?
That's Zach.
All right, Big Zach going up against Little Sal. We've got the action. Hammerlock. Sal with the hammerlock. Looking now to get out of this. Zach trying to get out of this. He's got him going like a chicken. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Drop toe hold. He had him clucking like a chicken.
Big Sal. Nope, that's Mike. I'm sorry. That's Marvelous Mike Stevens in the ring.
Okay, we're going to call him Bestie 1 and 2. Tag made to Logan Creed. I know who he is.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to miss him.
I mean, this guy looks like a Mack truck coming down Main Street, and the besties are going to find out about it. Just goozled him up and put him into the corner. Nobody home, and now they've got Logan Creed down. I think that's just going to make him mad.
Marvelous, you're trying to do something there, but trying to use some speed as an advantage. Wait, just stop.
Oh, it just nailed him. Now, why would you just stop? And there's one for his partner.
Now Edwards out to the outside, and now back to Stevens in the corner.
I want to change my mind about these besties. I don't know if they're tag team specialists. The scouting report that my people gave me said they were, but I'm just not seeing it so far. Oh, inverted atomic drop. Or is it the fact that maybe they are, and this tag team of Logan Creed and Little Sally Mark, is a better tag team? I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. Double team maneuver now.
Double atomic drop right there. Zach Edwards is going to be feeling that one.
Big Sal, the unpredictable Sally Renovaro has the bestie back into the corner. Oh, did you see that? Upper thrust to the neck. Some judo holds there. Oh, and it went for one for his partner, went for a leapfrog, nobody home. Sally put his knee out and caught both the besties. 2 count. I tell you, I'm impressed with the tag team of Renovaro and Creed.
Sal's done his homework on these besties. He knew exactly what to expect out of them. Now he's in a little bit of a trouble in the corner right now, and Edwards shoots him for the ride. Now Sal with a reversal.
Charges in, catches an elbow for his trouble. Bestie up to the second row. Caught him again with that. I mean, how many times? I mean, he's going to need some salve before this match is over.
Hidden tag right there as Stevens tries to come in, but now both besties in with Sal.
Caught him down, and that's the tag team speciality I was talking about. They let him do their stuff. They lulled him into false security, and they caught him, and they caught him good and caught him from the blind side. Now we're going to see this team go to work. I told you that this team was a tag team specialist.
They're doing a great job now trying to cut the ring off in half, keep Sal away from Creed. They don't want to get him into that ring. Keep the big man 6'5" out of there. Big knee takes down Sal. And a cover by Edwards.
Almost a double reversal into a pair of knees. Both men exchanging, went for the quick cover. I tell you, that is what they've got to do. In and out, because the earlier game plan didn't work. So they've got to get their opponent grounded. They've got to ground and pound is the bestie's best ally at this junction.
Chin lock applied from a seated position now by Edwards. As Sal's working up. Oh, and a nice chin snap there.
Caught him by the chin. Sal trying to get up, going for a go behind schoolboy takedown. Got a 2 count. Sal trying to part the waters, but gets a right hand for his trouble. Referee in position, 2 count, big kick out Sal trying to mount some energy, trying to find that fortitude, trying to dig down deep. He's got to part the waters here. He's got to go clear across the ring, and right now he's in no man's land. And look at that right there.
Nice tag team maneuver here now as they have the ref distracted with Creed. And now as Edwards and Stevens switch out, Tag gets both men in a double team maneuver attempt here.
Big high knee lift off of the gut shot, follows up.
Stevens in the ring with a cover.
I don't think that's the right pin attempt. You've got to hook a leg in Continental Wrestling. You know, you can get away with that in some other territories. You can get away with that in other parts of the country, but you can't get away with that in Continental Wrestling. We've got real superstars. We've got real professional wrestlers here, and you've got to hook a leg if you're trying to beat your opponent.
Modified version of a chicken wing almost right applied right now. Now using the ropes for leverage is Marvelous Mike.
Does he have him in the Shilimanaki? Does he got him in the Cobra? Does he have him in the Shilimanaki?
That might be exactly what that was.
Well, he didn't have him very long because he's out of it now. Going for a suplex. Sal, inside cradle, might have him right here. Cutting off the ring, beautiful textbook, keeping the ring in half. Could have stopped him from the backside, but that might have pushed him into his corner. Instead, ran around, caused the separation, allowing his partner to come in. You saw the knees, they almost got a near fall right there. These guys are working in tandem. Sal is in trouble.
Edwards, the man in the ring for the Besties at this point, working to cut the ring in half. Keep Creed out of there is the game plan for the Besties.
You know, driving that life out of him, choking that air out of him, you know, keeping him isolated in their half of the ring. That's what tag team wrestling's about, and Logan Creed is chomping at the bit to get in there and do some damage and to save little Sal Mark.
Now both Besties in, double team maneuver coming right here. Now Sal with a big flip out and a roll through. Big tag, here comes Creed.
Tag made, here comes the big man delivering those punches. Has both of the Besties worse for wear, and he's really feeling it now, isn't he? He's got them both, but he needs to forget about the crowd and really get on clothesline. Clothesline one for your trouble. Putting both men down. Big knee to the face. Goes for the cover, hooks the leg. This Logan Creed, I'm telling you, he could have had him right there. I thought that was it.
He had a big cover on Mike Stevens right there. Creed almost had three.
Into the corner, Logan Creed giving him the double splash. Oh, went for a tackle, moved out of the way, went for the boot, kind of blocked, got some of it, but not all of it. And then the Bestie into Logan Creed's eyes. I think they made the switch. Who's the legal man?
Edwards is the man in. I'm not sure about who's legal. Called him, big choke slam it to the knee.
Drove him down into that knee. I don't know if this is the legal man. Both Besties in there now. The pin attempt busted open. What a tag team match. Logan Creed taking care of business in there, taking on both Besties as Sal tries to get his wind in the corner.
Stevens now driven back to the corner as Sal comes back up on the apron. Big kick by Sal as Stevens takes him out to the floor.
Tag made, Sal back in. I don't know if he got that respite, but nevertheless, he's in there, clothesline into the corner. Shoots him back into his opponent. Full Nelson, he's holding, but wait a minute, from behind. All four men going at it. Logan Creed down to the floor, missing the big boot.
Now Sal's in the ring with Edwards. Those two men, I think they're both legal.
Reversal into the corner, up and over, onto the apron. Oh, and he kicked him. Did you see back there? I don't know if our cameras caught it, but kicking the other Bestie. Going for a suplex. He's going to suplex him out onto his own partner. Oh, this could do some real damage here. Oh, averted there, blocked.
Sal with a shot to the midsection. He's going to come up and over.
Sunset flip, going for the pin now. Oh, but the Bestie's down. He's hooked the leg. He may have had the rope. Wait a minute. Logan Creed kicks through. I believe we've got a pin attempt right there.
Oh, my goodness. attempted tomfoolery by the besties, and I think that got tomfoolered back.
I believe they did. I think they got when they thought they were going to get. But instead, we've got Logan Creed and Sal, the winners. All right, it's time for our first legend of the night, and I tell you that you can't get a bigger legend in Continental Wrestling than the Bullet, and he's set to square off against this man right here, the Assassin.
What big names you have. When you say the Bullet and the Assassin, and especially in Continental Championship Wrestling, WWE Hall of Famer, the Bullet, coming in, and this big man, the Assassin right here in the ring. What a massive set that he is right here. And just think about that name, the Assassin, in professional wrestling.
Oh, I mean, it carries its own weight with it, not just inside the ring, but with itself as the lineage of the Assassin. Now, I have it on good authority that this is not Jody Hamilton,
right,
but it is one of Jody Hamilton's minions. And see, that's the thing that makes this so interesting. The Bullet, as we see right there, WWE Hall of Famer, we see the Bullet has been fighting the Assassin all over the country for decades now. And we don't know how many assassins there are. Are there one? Are there two? Are there 20? Are there 120? Only Jody Hamilton, the original assassin, who is in attendance tonight, knows, and possibly the Bullet.
And as you said, it's been decades that Bullet has faced off with so many assassins, and it's another one here tonight. And this assassin, just by looking at it, look at him tower above that ring. This is one of the biggest ones I've seen.
I mean, look at the Bullet shucking and jiving as always. I mean, and the fans here at the Farm Center, they love the Bullet. He's been a perennial favorite just right there. But look at how big in comparison this assassin is to the legendary Hall of Famer, the Bullet. This is going to be a great night.
I mean, and a little bit of tactic right there by the Bullet, as always. And he's always got this crowd up and moving. And here in Dothan at the Farm Center, but I mean, like you said, size advantage. He's almost got a foot on him. This assassin does.
At least a foot, and maybe I'm going to say maybe 60, 70 pounds, if not more. And I mean, Continental Wrestling. When you say Continental Wrestling, one of the main names, the Fuller family, comes to mind. But the very next one is the Bullet.
Yeah. And when you combine that with some of the other legendary names of Continental, and you just put the whole package together, and that's what Continental Championship Wrestling is all about.
That's right. We have saw earlier in the night's action, we've seen the youngsters, the up-and-comers, and now we're going to see the legends and this special grudge match. And these guys really know how to get in there, and they really know how to fight. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. I don't think we're going to see a lot of wrestling holds here. I think this is going to break down quickly.
There's not a corner of the Continental Territory or the southeastern part of the United States that the Bullet and the Assassins haven't really spilt blood or shed skin trying to settle this rivalry. So I think you're absolutely right. This is going to break down quick.
And what about the extra factor we see right there outside the ring? The Assassin does not come alone. He has a second at ringside. And, the Bullet has got to stay away from him.
He really does. He's got to be ever mindful of that second there at ringside. That can always prove to be very pivotal in these matchups.
Right now, the Assassin with the Greco-Roman knuckle lock showing the strength advantage, but the Bullet feeling this crowd, feeling it, and starting to come back. And let me tell you, those arms haven't got any smaller over the years. I think he missed him. I think the Assassin was too quick, but he wasn't too quick for that right hand.
A Bullet with trigger-like reflexes right there just shot that one off.
I mean, does he still got it, or does he still got it?
He hasn't lost much of a step over the years, but Bullet firing that one off.
And let me tell you, I've been on the receiving end of that shot, and it's not fun. I mean, it's not fun at all. And you get in there with the intent. I know what's going through the mind of the Assassin. He's thinking, I'm going to be the guy who beats the Bullet. And you start thinking about that. And next thing you know, you're chopped down to size, literally by the Bullet.
Bullet is a cagey ring veteran that he is. He's not going to let this assassin get one up on him. He's seen so many tricks throughout the years from assassins and so many other guys throughout the years that he's seen it all.
Look at him blocking that punch there. Assassin super slow. With his back turned, gives one in return. And did you see how he shielded the referee? Is there a trick the Bullet doesn't know?
I really don't think so at this point.
I mean, he knows every trick in the book and some that he ain't put in the book yet. The assassin conferring with his manager at ringside. The Bullet now did you see that? He maneuvered the assassin out of that corner, and that's what he's got to do, making that manager not a factor. However, the assassin now putting some steam on him. Has he got some kind of foreign object there? I think he's choking the Bullet out.
I think he may have taken some wrist tape or something off of himself. That's exactly what that looked like to me.
I mean, the Bullet has got to, that is going to take a toll here. You have to already wonder. And what's going on?
Hey, Brian, did you see that right there? I think he just loaded the mask.
Is the assassin loaded the mask?
Oh, that's an old trick from way back with the assassin.
Oh, the Bullet with the boot. Oh, his head, that loaded mask into the turnbuckle. And the Bullet's done it again. But we're not done yet. Donnybrook, they're jockeying for position over this cane. Who's going to come up with it? I'll tell you who's going to come up with it.
Yeah, it's going to be on the Bullet here.
He turned him inside out. And hello, he's really, I tell you, that's one way to send him home.
Oh, the Bullet gets one up on both of them again.
There you have it, the Hall of Famer right there, the Bullet. And I tell you, it's been a pleasure watching the Bullet in action. What a classic one. Does he still have it, or does he still have it?
He's still the Bullet, and these fans absolutely love him here in Continental Championship Wrestling.
The fans in the Farm Center going wild.
This match is 1-4 with a 30-minute time limit. I am the real Nature Boy. All the ladies came to see me, and all you did was be me. So, let me tell you the rules. You can woo me, don't boo me. Yes, you take all the pictures you want, because it's a cold that moment. I love that. I don't know what you're dressed up for. I don't know if you was in a flood or what. But you're Harrison. I'm an acorn. So now as I take my robe off, all you ladies, try to control yourself. You're not going to Space Mountain tonight. Is there anybody here that thinks that is the real Nature Boy? I don't think so, but Paul, after this match, you can give Flair his robe, his ring, and his underwear back.
Two legendary stars of professional wrestling, Johnny Swinger and Paul Lee, calls himself the real Nature Boy.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, Brian.
Well, I tell you, the Hall of Fame Nature Boy, he ain't. But I tell you, Paul Lee is a tough competitor, and Johnny Swinger, former ECW superstar, former WCW superstar, and I say that because I have been in the ring with him many times. I know what Johnny Swinger is capable of, and I have been on the same cards with Paul Lee for 20 years. He's nothing to smirk at. He may be the real Nature Boy. He may not be the real Nature Boy. But one thing's for sure, he's a tough competitor inside the squared circle.
Well, there's been a lot of Nature Boys throughout the years. Now, we could argue about the real Hall of Fame Nature Boy, but both these competitors are fantastic in-ring competitors, and the resume of Johnny Swinger is fantastic, and he's got a lot of talent, and he's been champions in 2 of the top-level promotions throughout the country, and this should be a great matchup.
This is going to be a spectacular matchup, one I've been looking forward to. I mean, what an array of talent we've seen from the Farm Center. We've seen the young lions. We've seen the great tag teams. We have seen the legends. And now we're going to see 2 guys in their prime putting it all out there for bragging rights here in Continental Championship Wrestling.
That first big lockup in the ring, and now Paul Lee, the Nature Boy, is going to get a headlock, try to get that advantage early.
I tell you, you're going to see wrestling from both of these guys. These guys can wrestle, they can fight, they've got speed. I mean, this is about as evenly of a match as you can imagine. Look at that. Look, where have we seen that before?
Yeah, that's a very, very familiar strut right there.
He's got it down, but does he have what it takes to beat Johnny Swinger? That's the question of the night. You can come out here and you can wear the robes and you can do the catchphrases and you can say you're this and that. But when the rubber hits the road, can you beat the man standing 8 feet in front of you?
And Swinger's got to make sure that he doesn't let a psychological advantage get a hold of him right there and take him out of his game.
I tell you, Paul Lee going to work in the corner, reversal, Swinger out, catches him with a tackle, Paul Lee down, and Swinger right there in his face. And I think Paul Lee's asking for a timeout, and he's complaining about the hair.
Classic Nature Boy right there, actually.
I mean, it really is, and I tell you, you see this a lot. What he's doing is he's not expecting the referee to admonish Swinger. What he's doing is he's taking time to catch his breath, gain his composure, and size up his opponent so that he can get in there and attack his weak spot. So you see he's complaining, but what he's seeing is the mistakes his opponent could possibly make.
Swinger trying to bide his time. He wants to get in there. He's ready to wrestle right now, but Paul Lee just really taking his time, and I don't know if I can blame him at this point. Really just trying to feel out process.
Well, a Swinger in great shape, always in great shape. I mean, Paul Lee in great physical shape. I mean, his cardiovascular is incredible. But, I mean, Johnny Swinger going at him. Look at those big right hands. He's got the Nate. He's got him reeling. And I tell you, the Paul Lee, the so-called Nature Boy, he might want to take a hike ski and call a timeout here.
Yeah, he needs to rethink his little game plan here just a little bit. I think he's underestimated Swinger.
Well, I think we found out who is the better brawler, but low bridge right there, low bridge, and he used his opponent to shield the referee. So the referee didn't see that, so that's as legal as a headlock.
Yeah, and Paul, he taking full advantage of it. He's going to the leg, and in a true Nature Boy fashion, I guess, soften up for a figure 4 here.
Oh, did you see that, jamming that knee down and hyper-extending that knee? And we all know the toll that wrestling takes on the knees, the kneecaps, the ACLs, and the sitting in cars all stoved up. And he just hyper-extended that knee and going to work on it again inside toe hold.
Now some rope advantage, leverage right there by Paul Lee. Referee did not see that. That'll take its toll on that knee.
And I think he's using that extra leverage to add insult to injury here. And he doesn't have to do that.
Swinger trying to get the feeling back in that knee. Probably a little numbness in there right there. Yeah, back to a base, but he's got a noticeable limp.
Well, he's definitely feeling the tinglies right there, and that pain underneath that ball joint on the front of the kneecap, and now he's going to lay those big slaps, those big chops in the corner, and that is where you don't want to be with the Nature Boy.
Sending for the ride reversal. Oh, my.
Paul Lee up and over. He thinks he's going to outsmart his opponent, but he's up. Johnny Swinger there in time catches him. Lee, I think, is going to fly.
Down for a big shot right there. Swinger on the offensive.
Goes for the cover, but he doesn't hook the leg. And, of course, Paul Lee able to get his foot on the bottom rope. I'm not even sure his shoulder was down there as Swinger was cradling the arm. Irish whip reversal now. Swinger in the corner. Lee charges, catches the boot. Another one for his effort. That's 2 boots to the face. Oh, nobody home. Lee hitting in the corner. Swinger to follow up, duck of the clothesline, and catches one.
Swinger had a nice flurry of offense right there, but dropped his guard just quick enough, and Paul Lee was able to take advantage.
Earlier, Paul Lee said that you can woo him but not boo him. And I think that this crowd might be having enough of the so-called Nature Boy, and he's going for that spin and toe hold. Swinger fighting it off as tough as he can.
Lee looking to ground Swinger here, trying to just keep him on the mat. That's going to play best in Paul Lee's advantage.
Trying to get in. Can he lock that full figure four? And he's got it. He's got that figure four locked in. We've seen this hold. All the Nature Boys seem to gravitate towards the figure four. But right now, Johnny Swinger is trying to gravitate to a way to get out of this hold.
Paul Lee using the ropes for his advantage again. And I'm not sure the ref saw that right there. He sees the rope shaking, but I don't think he saw it.
Swinger's got to be ever conscious that his shoulders are not laying on the mat. He's got to be paying attention to not only the pain and trying to reverse the hold, but he also has to make sure that while he's adjusting, he doesn't get counted out here.
Lee back to the ropes right there. That puts extra leverage and pressure on there. Now the ref saw it this time. That's going to cause the hold to be broke.
Well, referee doing his job there, breaking the hold, but the damage has been done. Swinger is really hurting. And, you know, Swinger likes those fast moves, those high-risk maneuvers, those maneuvers where he's on the move. And he's just not going to be able to do that effectively with one leg.
No, you got to be at a vertical base. You got to be able to move, and you got to have a knee to do that.
Paul Lee trying to take advantage, working over the leg. You know, he's really feeling his oats right now. But he's jawing with these fans here at the Farm Center. Took a little too long. Takes a header. Duck of the punch. Atomic drop follows up. I think that was it. Was that it?
He got a big roll up. He got 3 right there. That came out of nowhere.
I tell you what, Johnny Swinger pulling out the victory over the so-called Nature Boy, Paul Lee.
The winner of this special challenge match, Johnny Swinger. For Lancaster, Jimmy Coleman from the state of Tennessee, the original Lord Humongous, and their manager, the original and only Tennessee stud, Ron Fuller. One ball,
It's main event time here on Continental Championship Wrestling. And when you think of Continental, you think of the Fuller family. And right now we got the main event, Stud Stable versus Stud Stable. Eric, give us the rundown.
This is going to be a fantastic lineup. And if you have ever been a fan of Continental Championship Wrestling, if you have ever known anything about Continental Championship Wrestling, then you're going to know these names. As far as stud stable for Ron Fuller, you've got Wendell Cooley, you've got Jimmy Golden, Lord Humongous, you've got Frankie Lancaster. On the other side stud stable for Rob Fuller, Dennis Gale, the Dirty Blondes, and Billy the Mauler is in there, and this is just going to be fantastic.
I tell you, this is it, and with the added stipulation between the stud stable and their various parts, the losing manager, if their team loses, the other manager puts a cake in the face.
Oh my.
Loser takes the cake match right here. Stud stable versus stud stable, as you see. Wendell Cooley locking up in there with a Dirty Blonde. I tell you, there's a lot of talent in this ring.
There is a lot of talent in that ring. Wendell Cooley, certainly no stranger to Continental Championship Wrestling, and he's in the ring right now. Michael Patrick of the Dirty Blondes. These Dirty Blondes are one of the hottest teams in Continental Championship Wrestling and throughout the Southeast right now.
I mean, let's talk about the girth factor as you see Ron Fuller there in the corner. You've got, these aren't small guys. These aren't cruiserweights. These are not midgets, if you will. These are the heavyweights. These are the guys. These Dirty Blondes, I've been impressed every time I've seen them. You got this Butcher guy, Dennis Gale's a veteran, and on the other side, you've got the tag team of Lancaster and Wendell Cooley, who are famous throughout the islands of Puerto Rico and throughout the South. Jimmy Golden, also known as Buckhouse Buck, who's a multiple-time tag team champion. And you've got the Lord Humongous, the original Lord Humongous. Duck under now. Look at that quickness. Does Wendell Cooley still got it, or does he still got it?
My goodness, look at him go now. The Dirty Blonde, Brian Brock in there now. And wow, look at the fast feet of Wendell Cooley.
I tell you, he's got those educated feet right there, and he went to town. I don't know if that was legal, but I guess if the referee didn't call it, it's totally legal.
Wow.
I mean, I'm so excited about this. Loser takes the cake match. The actual losing team's manager is going to have a cake. That means one of the Fuller brothers is going to cake the face of the other Fuller brother.
I mean, talk about brotherly love right there, Brian.
Well, I mean, these guys, this has been going on for decades. These guys love each other. These guys hate each other. And, I know my family, we can't stand each other either. So I understand where they're coming from. These guys are family. And when you figure out that Jimmy Golden's the cousin, I mean, these guys, they love to hate each other. Frankie Lancaster in there now with one of the other Dirty Blondes, as you see Ron Fuller and Robert Fuller at ringside having a few words, trying to trap Frankie Lancaster in the corner, and he's not having none of that.
You see, it's a bad place that Lancaster could have ended up over there. And now big tag out. Here comes big Brian Brock of the Dirty Blondes. And he's a big old guy. His partner's big, but look, this guy's a big old blonde.
I can tell you, whether it is today, whether it's the 90s, the 80s, or the 70s, this guy would have had a home in the Continental area. Look at the size of this guy, and he moves like a cat.
He's doing a great job. He took Lancaster off his feet right there.
And I tell you, the Colonel Parker down there, Robert Fuller, he is at ringside loving. I think he's feeling confident in his guys.
Trying to go for a slam. There's Lancaster. He's not going to have much luck just right off the bat. And then Brock's going to turn it around, and he's going to get one of his own.
Well, I tell you, Lancaster, no stranger to the weight room. He's in phenomenal shape, always has been. And he's a strong guy. But I just don't know if he's that strong to lift that. That is one hunk of man right there.
He's easily 260, 270 right now.
I mean, I just can't get over the flesh in the ring. 8-man tag team main event action. Loser takes the cake match, and Frankie Lancaster, trying to go for it again. I think this is a bad idea on his part.
He's going to know. It's a big set behind right there.
Oh, looky there. I tell you, they are playing this referee like he's a fiddle. And Dennis Gale is trying to explain to the referee to pay attention. And I got to agree with Dennis Gale. But what have we said the entire night? If the referee doesn't see it, doesn't
Didn't
count.
happen.
Didn't happen.
Brock's in his corner. He's taking a couple seconds to recover. And
Well, wouldn't you?
absolutely. Tags in Dirty Blonde partner Mike Patrick back in.
I tell you, the Dirty Blondes, they tag team personified. These guys have a future in professional wrestling. If you're seeing them for the first time, mark it down, mark their names down. If you wonder why these guys are in the rings with these legends, it's because they deserve to be there. I'm impressed with these guys.
Lancaster trying to go back now to the smaller opponent. Same result. Patrick now with the body slam and puts down Lancaster.
I mean, hard down. That's got to, after you take several blows to your kidney area, I mean, that's got to slow you down a bit. And, I mean, I don't know if I'd want to be slowed down with that kind of girth that I would be facing in the Dirty Blondes, Gale, and this Butcher.
Patrick may be the smaller of the two, but he's still a big old guy. Step behind again and
Go
same
behind again.
result.
He got it again. Where is the referee on this? I mean, come on. I mean, that should be a blatant disqualification. The Colonel is, Robert Fuller is just, he's incensed over there. Wendell Cooley trying to explain to him, but I just don't, I don't blame him.
I don't blame him at all. The Colonel just really up in on this, and both Dirty Blondes have taken one here for the team.
I tell you, this assassin in now.
It's the Butcher in for his team, and let's see if Lancaster can see if what happens here.
I tell you, the reason I call him an assassin is this guy is unhinged. We saw the assassin. This guy's a bounty hunter through and through. You think he cares about winning this match? This guy is out there to hurt somebody. I don't know if he knows a wristwatch or a hamburger or if he knows a headlock or destroy, but I can tell you right now, Dennis Gale's coming in there, and this guy can wrestle.
Fist of Fury from Butcher, and now Gale goes to an arm wringer, and now back to arm locked by Lancaster on the reversal.
I mean, I just don't know if Dennis Gale's a heck of a competitor. I don't even know how he got talked into this match. Of course, the reversal, and now he's out, and it looks like him and Parker are having some words. I don't think that Robert Fuller, the Colonel, Robert Fuller here, and he just slapped him. He just slapped Dennis Gale right in the middle of the match. I mean, there's a cake going in somebody's face, and these two are arguing, and they're on the same team.
We're worried about brotherly love at this point. Now team members can't even get along.
I mean, this is pure chaos. You've got a homicidal maniac Butcher in one corner. You got this overgrown tag team in another. You've got legends on one side. Cakes are going to go in faces. It can only be Continental Championship Wrestling.
Lancaster and Patrick in the ring right now, sends him for the ride. Big back body drop.
Lancaster with the backdrop, and he just tags in the Lord. Lord Humongous. I tell you, things are going to pick up a little bit now. Did you see those guys scatter?
They wanted no part of the Lord there, and Patrick left all alone, and he's able to scatter now.
I tell you, the original Lord Humongous, while we have a second, this is the original. You know, everybody knows the Lord that later on Psycho Sid came in and was humongous for a while before leaving to the Memphis territory. But this guy, we don't know who he is. This guy is the real Lord Humongous.
And he is asserting his lordship right now, but now as Gale and the Colonel still having words.
I think there's trouble in Camp Fuller.
Patrick and Humongous still in the ring at this point. Patrick now, he tags in the Butcher, whether the Butcher wants in or not.
Now, I want to see this. This is going to be a fight. We've got the Butcher and a Humongous going at it, and these guys are just stomping on each other, giving forearms.
Sends it for the ride, and now
clothesline. I tell you, the Butcher now I think he's given second thoughts after feeling that clothesline. Tag made. Now we're back to some kind of semblance of a wrestling match.
It's Lancaster and Patrick back in now for the Blondes, and now Brock will get the tag in for his team.
And they're going to cut that ring off like we saw in earlier tag matches. The key to tag team wrestling is you've got to cut that ring in half and keep your opponent on your side of the ring where they can double team, triple team, and quadruple team.
Butcher in with Lancaster. Now Lancaster firing back. He takes the Butcher off his feet. And did Gale tag himself in there?
I think he's just patting him on the back. I mean, the referee has lost control of this match. I'm just going to say that right now.
Now Gale tags in as Lancaster in a precarious situation in the corner.
Rob Fuller trying to tell Dennis Gale, do this. This is how you do it. And Dennis Gale is Fuller's actually distracting his own man.
Brock takes some knees. Now elbows to Lancaster. Switch out. Gets Patrick in the ring as the Dirty Blondes with a switch out. Bear hug applied center of the ring.
Well, they were very smart there. They enticed Jimmy Golden and Wildcat Wendell Cooley to come in. Referee, of course, had to put him out. And they were able to do that double teaming that we were talking about earlier. Bear hug applied now, and Lancaster's just trying to make that long trek across the ring to make that tag.
Big body slam takes Lancaster down. He's now in a bit of a hurting situation. Now misses the elbow, does Patrick.
Nobody home. This is the opportunity. Water's parted. Lancaster's got to dig down deep and get over there and try to make the tag. Try to tag that big Lord Humongous. Here he comes in, and also the big man on the other side, the Wild Man.
Humongous is just putting shots to the Blondes and now puts Brock up on a corner.
All 8 men in the ring. All 8 men in the ring. Wendell Cooley going at a Blonde. The men are fighting all over the floor. Humongous going to town. This is a Donnybrook. It is broken down. A pin attempt, but I believe Fuller. Do we have a winner here? No, I think Fuller blocked that.
Now Humongous is going to send the Butcher for a clothesline.
Clothesline again. This is chaos. Goes for it again and again. The leg up.
That time I think he got him right there. Fuller didn't know what happened.
Well, they're
Butcher
calling
got
for
pinned.
Wait a minute. This can't end like this. This is loser takes the cake match. I mean, are you telling me that this is the way it's going to end and that Ron Fuller's is team one and Ron Fuller's going to put the cake in Robert Fuller's face after that?
That's exactly what I'm telling you. And Dennis Gale just handed him the cake.
Dennis Gale, who was arguing, has now defected and gave Ron Fuller the cake. I tell you, one thing's for sure, Continental Wrestling at the Farm Center, the Fan Fest, this takes the cake. I mean, Ron Fuller saying, come on back, brother, come on back. I mean, do you think Robert Fuller's going to actually come back and let him put a cake in his face?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure Dennis Gale had enough of the Colonel, and I think
it's broken out at ringside again. It's a Donnybrook. It's every man for himself again. I tell you, watch out, Robert Fuller. Watch out. They're going to try to get
in the ring.
Ron Fuller, the Tennessee stud. Oh, does he still have it? Yes, he does.
Wow.
Look at those right hands going at it. He hasn't missed a step in decades.
But watch out behind.
Robert Fuller from behind on Ron Fuller. This thing's going to break down the dysfunctional Fuller family. At it again. Oh, he just stomped his hat.
Oh, no.
He just stomped his hat. That's his brother's hat.
That's terrible.
And the cane, oh my goodness.
Gosh.
Did you see that? Did you see that cane shatter like that? Robert Fuller, the Tennessee stud down, Jimmy Golden going after one of the Blondes, and Robert Fuller has that cake. Oh no, this isn't right. This isn't right.
Oh!
Right in the face. Oh my goodness, this does take the cake. Fans, thank you for watching Continental Championship Wrestling.